everybody. This is Rodney Watson again, running against Jimmy Stevens in District 3, Jefferson County Commission race. I wanted to bring up, I guess, Jimmy Stevens' most recent failure, in leading the county and managing a pretty serious situation the right way. Now, I made a post about this landfill down here in West Jefferson that's hauling this treated sludge in from New Jersey, and it, in a lot of ways, people thought that I was, I guess, defending the action or excusing the action. Well, that's not what I was saying. That's not what I'm saying today. But Jimmy's failure to understand that we live in a capitalistic society and that the power goes to the financial classes. I'm trying to think how to say it in a way that's easier to understand. The power goes to these corporations, all right? And he failed at this managing this deal down here. He thought he was going to go over here and shut down a rail yard over a little zoning issue and shut that operation down there. Well, that company down there has a legal right to exist. They have a $23 million bond issue. They borrowed money, municipal bonds is what I understand, to build the infrastructure at their facility to handle this sludge. This is part of their business plan. There's 25 jobs on the line, and they're probably decent paying jobs. They have the legal right to do this where their landfill is at. Jimmy thought he was going to cut off their business operations by shutting them down at that rail yard. But recent news has come out, they've found a rail yard over here in Parrish to haul this stuff. Well, I've been talking to y'all about zoning, and Walker County doesn't have zoning. Jimmy thought he was going to shut this business down. He can't shut them down. And West Jefferson is going to be left with having to tolerate this smell, and they can file all the lawsuits they want to. You have to have a legal basis to shut them down, and they're just not going to have it. They have an ADM permit. They've done everything they can legally to operate that facility, and Jimmy was wanting to use a little issue with the zoning at a place that's not even part of their business, really. It's just where there's offload to try to shut down the whole business. He failed. West Jefferson is still going to have to deal with the smell, and they're going to be down there making money, still making money, which that's what they're supposed to do. And this is a fundamental failure of Jimmy's. It's a fundamental flaw of Jefferson County. They don't understand that even individuals have choices, and Jefferson County doesn't hold all the cards. Jimmy would have been a whole lot better to have stayed engaged with this company and tried to work with them at that offloading, where there's offloading them cars, and tried to get them to offload it only at night. Maybe take 3 months out of the hottest part of the year in the summertime and not be moving that stuff around. Maybe try to help them find a deodorizer. He should have had enough business sense about him and enough understanding about the financial markets and the $23 million bond issue to know that he wasn't going to shut them down. Now, they can file some lawsuits. I spoke to a lawyer, and he was talking about, they can shut them down. And I said, you can't just go down there and shut them down without having it in law. You've got to be able to measure the smell. You've got to show that they're exceeding whatever that measurement limit is. You've got to go back to the legislature. You have to do these things right. The time to handle this issue with this landfill down here would have been before they borrowed the $23 million. See, what you have to do with business is you have to give them all the hurdles to cross up front. And when they cross those hurdles, they have a legal right to do business. That company crossed all the hurdles to do business where they're doing business. And they've got $23 million borrowed. They spent $3 million on a sale to dump this stuff in and then load it at their facility. Their only issue is where they was going to offload it at. And Jimmy shut that down. But they found someplace else that didn't have the zoning. I knew that was going to happen. And there may be some lawsuits that get involved in it, but I promise you, those bankers and attorneys that set up this bond issue, they're not going to go down without a fight, and Jimmy's not going to win this. He can't win it. He does not understand that we live in a capitalistic society. That is why him and others in Jefferson County thinks they can just tell people what to do, and people just choose to leave. They just go somewhere else. You cannot stop people, free people, from spending their incomes where they want to spend it and how they want to spend it. Now, Jefferson County used to get by with some of these because they was the big city. They had all the jobs, and you wanted to deal with them. It was worth the headache. But they're losing that, I'm going to use the word economic competitive edge. They've lost it because they don't know how to compete. Jasper's got as many amenities as Birmingham. Why not live in Walker County, live the way you want to live, and shop in Jasper? Or just shop in Birmingham. Hey, people's got cars now they don't mind driving 100 miles a day just to go shopping. Well, 50 years ago when Birmingham was strong in Jefferson County, if you lived out in Walker County, you lived way out and you was pretty inconvenienced. A lot of folks didn't have but one car. It's not the case today. And these economic conditions change on all of us in business. That's really his problem. He claims to have been in business, but he got his business from his mom and daddy. And I've had business failures. And my business failures have come from me not competing. And when my business successes, and I've had them. Every time you do an auction, this is what people don't understand. Every time you set up an auction, you're setting up a business deal. A separate business deal. If I do 20 auctions this year, which I'm not active in it right now, I'm still licensed. Each auction is its own business deal. And the ones that fail, if I did that many, was because I didn't line up with the market. The ones that was a success, I got my advertising, I got my customer, my seller lined up with what the customer's willing to pay. And if I succeed at an auction deal, bringing an auction to market and selling everything, and it's a success according to what I get from my seller, it's because I've done my homework and I've properly told my seller what he can expect and how this auction is going to go. If I fail at an auction, I missed the mark. Jimmy failed in this. That company is still going to be able to operate, and all he's done is push whatever economic activity that was going on around that rail yard where they was offload, he's now put it in Parish. Now those drivers are going to stop at the Jackson Parish. They're going to stop at that convenience store in Parish. And Parish is going to pick up that economic activity on that end of it. And West Jefferson is still going to have to deal with this smell. Jimmy is a failure at understanding that we are a capitalistic society and we have to compete. Thank you.